So it says, what's the future? Vaughn Coleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. What's going on, guys? Long time no see. You know, Paul and I haven't seen each other in an eternity, man. In fact, it sounds like we just hung out this weekend and then last night. But I hope you guys are doing well. Am I better from the con crud? I don't know. But I'm here, and more importantly, Paul's going to be here. He has got a book to show off. But before we do that, I of course always like to promote Phenomenova. So we have 218 backers. We're halfway to 13K about, and this book is just taking off. It's been doing great, and we're about to launch a new cover and launch a campaign on both on both Indiegogo and Kickstarter. But if you want to back it on Fund My Comic, you will get this exclusive free Dark Cloud mini print. So make sure you do so, because it's really something special. And yeah, like I said, we have that going. Of course, I have the Indiegogo sign-up page, which is going to be in my link tree down below. And Kickstarter, both will be launching on Monday. So you're not going to want to miss this, guys. It's really going to be something special. But enough about me. Let's bring in our guest of honor, Paul Thayer. How you doing, Paul?
How you doing? Project Analysis, regular roll.
Yeah, let's just get right into it. So I think we'll start with the trailer first, and then we can get right to talking.
Hopefully the music's there. Let's go.
No, because I learned from my mistake.
Oh, we got this. Okay.
Ready?
Welcome to Project Analysis Episode 4, a superhero sci-fi adventure for lovers of X-Men, Mortal Kombat, and the Avengers. But in our world, there is one rule, that there is no multiverse or do-overs, making the stakes get raised with every single issue. In the year 2090, a speedster named Crimson Pain rised up and eliminated all the heroes in existence, sending the world into utter chaos, leaving the government to initiate Project Analysis, granting the best soldiers and warriors a serum unlocking super enhanced abilities, making them the biggest threat to their enemies. The Project Analysis unit has no jurisdiction and the highest form of authority to kill Crimson Pain and all that stands with him. Follow our team as they fight for justice and to save the world from the new order that has risen. Join us and let's make this into reality yet again. This is Indie Comics. This is Project Analysis.
There we go. Good stuff, man. Yeah, so we got Project Analysis. Now let me go ahead and pull it up in my other tab.
We're live on Kickstarter. Tomorrow will be officially 2 weeks. So we're excited. We got 17 days to go, 87 backers, 3 away from 90. The most we ever did was 139 backers. I know we're going to smash through that.
No, yeah, we'll get there. So you have a full trade paperback of material already before we go into issue 4. So why don't you tell us all the newcomers about what you've done so far, and then we'll lead into this issue.
So for Project Analysis, we have episode 0, we have episode 1, 2, and 3. That's our volume 1. And then we have 2 issues from our prequel series, which is basically the origin story of our main hero, Omega. And then we have a one-shot just on the villain. So that's about 7 titles. This is our 8th. You can jump in from episode 4 if you want, or you can get the catch-up tier and add other books on. But all of our books are really full in a sense of like there's a beginning, middle, and end. You're going to see a lot of things go down, and then of course we do have those cliffhangers for the next issue. So super amped, tons of titles, more on the way. The book is already made. All we have to do is put the letters on it. So we're super hyped. So you're getting a book, and as soon as we get the money, the books will be shipping mid to late August. Like you'll have
nice.
So
that's exciting.
This is my 8th. I've done this. I know this. This is what will happen because I don't release it on until the book's done. I actually wanted to release this like a month ago, but I wanted to wait until the art was done because I'm not trying to wait.
Yeah, man. I remember I met you, I think it was like 3 years ago, and since then you've put out 8 books, which is crazy.
8 books. We have this book in production. We have 2 other books in production. And then we're about to start working on new stuff. We have to. We need to. They're super cool. They're super high quality. The prints, like the matte finish, the gloss finish, they're super cool. The artwork stellar. I have an amazing art team. And, you're getting these super enhanced killers in nonstop action. The majority of my books is all action. So if you want to see some awesome fight scenes, that's how we got to do it. 3 awesome covers, new characters debuting.
Mm-hmm.
Cool stuff.
So new characters always means more people that could get killed off, but it also means maybe the older characters may not be sticking around. So you're always on your toes, which is a really cool aspect of this series.
Yeah, we're starting to add the layers to everything. So these are, these superheroes that are on that cover B, they're debuting. They're coming from the shadows, rising up. They're not having to do anything with Project Analysis. So it's just putting different environments.
So you mentioned that this is the second arc. So tell us what's going to change this time around. I mean, obviously I've read, so I know in issue 3, you see some major shakeups in the world. So going forward with issue 4, how are things changing? How are the stakes changing?
So, in a spoiler sense, it's a classified unit that's now not a classified unit. The world sees them mainstream right there. They're fighting a supervillain in the middle of the city and they win, So now it's all about what comes after, and what's supposed to be a classified unit is no longer going to be a classified unit. The public is going to bear witness to Project Analysis. They're going to think they're a superhero team that is just coming out of the blue, and that's not the spotlight that these characters need, because they're there to kill. These guys are soldiers, and they have the armor to make sure they can kill as many people as possible.
Yeah, so, and you got a comment from Genuine Comics, by the way. I forgot to say hello, Vaughn and Paul. This book does look really cool. So I don't know if you've seen Perfect 10. His book Perfect 10 is
I was on his we were on his channel last
one
week.
of the best superhero books right now. Nice. And it's great. So it's high praise from him. But Project Analysis, again, one of the things I like about it, I always bring up that the colors pop. Each character has a unique design. And I like that each cover is different while still kind of being within the same vein. And you mentioned it's because you use generally the same art team.
Yeah, the same art team. Igor is the first person that hasn't done a book with us that's like doing a cover. So we're working more together. And then that's Samuel. And then Corey has did episode 0 for us, who did our cover C. And that's a stellar cover. We're definitely going to do another one. Super hyped. This is, it's going to have 24 interior pages of the action. And then we're going to have some cool concept art. We're doing a double page splash. With customized characters. So we have that as one of the tiers as well. For $200, you could put yourself as a customized character in the world of Project Analysis. Of course, it has to be, in our world. So once it's in our world, they could possibly pop up later.
And do you get the book with that as well?
Yeah. So you get the book and you get the...
That's a great deal. $200.
It's a double splash. It's going to be Crimson Pain and the Patriots versus them. It's going to look cool.
Man, I mean, as I know, especially you have to like hold off. I know, at least with me, when it's like, I want to introduce one of my own characters, but sometimes I'll think maybe I should let someone else create this. And it's always cool seeing that. But that's just really cool. And I guess you could potentially die or do something cool. Or both.
Yeah, I'm starting to really enjoy those characters. If I can like think of something where I could fit them into something, I will. Because the world's expanding. Like volume 1 is really volume 1. This is you entering this world. All these characters are basically at their starting point on what their journey is going to be. This enhanced team. They're all going to have different repercussions on how they're handling the deaths, how they're handling the people that die around them. They're going to start changing to the characters that they're supposed to be. So volume 2 is definitely that growth, and we're expanding the world a lot more.
It's awesome.
You're going to get a lot of details on like, the hierarchy and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, it looks like it's really interesting. So for newcomers, where's the best place to start?
So you can easily get episode 4. like I said, so you're basically, that's page 1, the news team. You're going to get the news team. You're going to find out exactly what happens, and you're going to see the back scenes of this on how it's actually going down. And then we're going to have a awesome fight scene that's going to carry us through the book. So that's only $10 to get episode 4. If you want to get the catch up for all single issues, it's $40. So you get 0, 1, 2, and 3 and 4 for $40. If you want the trade with it, it's $50. So you can get that as well. And, they're all super high quality, and you're going to get an awesome book. Same prices. I always want to keep everything at that $10 mark, excluding what the page count is. The trades are 120 interior pages. Episode 1 is 40, and then other books are 24. So, you're getting a lot of content.
Absolutely. I know you get a ton, and I like that you made it where it's new reader friendly, but people will definitely want to come back and get other stuff. But this is going to be shipping fast. I've seen one of these ones in person. So you've got these stretch goals. Let's take a look at these.
So 6K, we'll do Crimson Pain as the trading card. So Crimson Pain is our main supervillain. It's going to be super badass. We did a Virgin cover for his one shot. That would be the cover of the card. We've done Hybrids card. So if we hit the 6K, which is basically what really funds this book, I'll add that in there. And then the next one, we have the bookmark for 10K. And then we have Lithium trading card. I really just want to get trading cards. I think that's like the coolest thing. And it's something that you always use.
That's something I decided on like a bit later into my campaign is like, I should have emphasized trading cards more than mini prints. But next time. But because I introduced so many characters and I'm like, man, the
trading cards cost money at the end of the day, so
do.
like it's just like, especially designing them. Like we went through a couple designs because I really want to build out a deck, and then once we build out the deck, we can do something with that. But comic books first, so these are stretch goals.
Yeah, exactly. And it's important, I would say, get these trading cards now because these characters might be dead by the time we get the chance to get them in trading cards.
Might be dead, but there's going to be some characters that you might have thought were dead. If you do not see a fatality, expect them to be alive. If you do not see their head from their body, like so episode 1, there's a super villain called Banshee, and she, screeches. That's the villain you see down there, but she's scarred, has cybernetic adjustments. And she's back, and she's a badass. That's all I gotta say. Like if you scroll down, you see her like cybernetic legs. Like they removed her legs to make her faster. She has hand claws. She has a spiked jaw, and then she has the burnt flesh face because Hellsay was punching her over and over and over again. And they're in the middle of that battle. And then while she's about to punch her more, Hybrid's like, "We need backup. We need backup." She thinks she's dead. She's not dead, and now she's here, more powerful. Question for someone has a question.
Yeah, question for Mr. X-Men fan. Who would win a fight between Wolverine and Cloud? So I take it you don't know who Cloud is.
So Final Fantasy, the only reason I know that is because I'm pretty sure they were in Kingdom Hearts.
Gotcha.
So Wolverine could beat anybody.
Wolverine
he can heal.
Would beat Cloud. I'll say it.
Is he the guy in the black with the big sword? Is that Cloud?
Yes, that's Cloud.
Wolverine
would beat Cloud.
He would get washed by Wolverine.
I mean, look. Well, I think Cloud could put up actually, the more I think about it, I think it's a decent fight.
I would love to do but I have no multiverse. I would love to see one of my characters head to head with someone.
So, would you ever do like a non-canon? So, multiverse. So, you're totally against.
Can't do anything. Yeah, can't do anything. It's never gonna be in anything. And if something's in mine, it's technically that's for this, so like that's why I don't want to play with anything like that. It's going to stay like that. I'm doing other stories that are going to be in our publishing line that might have that aspect, but Project Analysis will always be untouched.
That's good.
It's our superhero baby, and there's no need for a crossover or anything because this is a world, and we're building to the world of Project Analysis where there's going to be so many superheroes and villains and a different world for people to dive into, and we're slowly getting there. And the action's there, the fight scenes are there. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's always some crazy shit that goes down.
That's good to hear.
And as soon as we're really done with this, we're going to dive right into episode 5 and hopefully get that out by the end of the year or do January. So
I'm excited. That's what I'm already like. It's fun kind of. As I'm wrapping up my issue 1, I'm already starting production on issue 2. I always want to keep the train moving because I think that was one of the things that was cool on comics. I understand they need to see it as an event, but I feel like that's more of a movie thing. I think the comics itself, you always want to be going. And one of the things I like about Project Analysis, it actually does feel like a while between releases, but I imagine for you it must not because you're always working.
Well, for Project Analysis, technically, yeah, it's been almost a year because or a little over a year because we did the trade right after, and then we did the Crimson Pain one shot.
Right.
And then now we're here, So
yeah, it takes. I mean, publishing is no joke, guys, and being your own marketing team takes a lot. And I'm sure most of us would like to. The thing is, no one can promote your book better than you. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of conventions. We're selling a lot of books. We're building up. We're all building this together. Like there's like not a doubt in my mind. I'm doing at least 35 issues. So 35 issues is where we're at. I'm writing 36 to 40 now. And I kind of like figured it out. But I'm definitely going to 35. That's the truth.
And you wrote 35 issues? Because I want to write
35 is like done. Like 35 is like done.
How many did you write before you did issue 0?
6.
Okay, because I've written
supposed to be 6 issues, but it was too much. It's too much information. There's too many characters, and it wouldn't mean anything for everything that happened by issue 6. Then it got to 12. Then it got to 20.
Yeah.
And then now we're at 35. But 35, like where it's not stretched out. Like it's like there's different types of supervillains that will come in under Crimson Pain. We got a lot of cool shit. They're gonna fight Crimson Pain.
Right.
Hopefully, I'm gonna put in the book issue 5. They're gonna face off against Crimson Pain, at least 3 of our Project Analysis characters, and there's never been a fight that Crimson Pain has been in where someone didn't die.
Yeah.
So,
that is in which issue?
The next one.
Ooh, all right. So get attached to these characters and root for them. Yeah. So, I wrote the first 8 issues and then I was rewriting 2 and 3. And I will say, in my opinion, I don't know how you feel about this. I feel like I improve as a writer just seeing the letters on the page and just seeing the art. Inherently, now you have it in your mind when you're writing, I feel like.
Well, I write the script and then basically like once all the artwork's actually done, then I rewrite it again. Because it just looks different. Like I envision something different.
I think so. I have a question. What's your favorite issue that you've written so far? Sounds like 5 is going to be one of your favorites.
Oh yeah. Well, currently out of everything I did, I really love episode 3 and Omega 2091. I think those are my strongest issues.
I meant 2090 issue 1. Yeah, that 2090 issue 1 might be my favorite, or the Crimson Pain one shot I really like too.
Yeah, I liked issue 3 and a lot of people like the Crimson Pain one shot too. Those were like the first things that sold out at what was the one we just did? Garden State Comic Fest. Someone has another question.
I'm curious, do you find certain conventions are better for sales than others? I mean, I would assume so, right?
Yeah. Like what I did this weekend was great. But what I do in New York is 7 times that. So it's, New York Comic Con, or like San Diego is like I have a whole vacation being there and I, make it. So it's like those are the biggest. It's 300,000 people. The one I think we did, let's be generous and say it was 2,000. But how many do you honestly think were there? Maybe a couple hundred. Convention 800. So
I don't know. It's a lot.
But 300,000 is another level. So the more people, the better. And yeah. But episode 5 is definitely a strong one for me. Like it's so cool. It's like because originally, like that's what I'm saying. Like they were only gonna fight Crimson Pain at the end, like the end of the story. But nah, you can make it so much cooler. So basically, we're leading up to them. They're gonna meet at aircrafts and they're gonna fight in the sky and then go from there. So it's gonna be pretty fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Super hyped for it. Because who would win? Do the suits make a difference? Does being merciless make a difference? That's what we're about to find out if you fight Crimson Pain.
Absolutely. And I found that so cool. And it's what I like about Project Analysis. It's a villain. You have a villain that actually could kill the main characters. And it might seem like, oh, well, a lot of super villains can do that, but not really. I mean, like how many?
Mine kill them. Like whatever happens will affect the team. Like a great example too is how I wrote in the campaign Prince Heroes back in episode 1. One of our characters from Project Analysis gets seriously injured. Now he comes back in issue 4. So there's going to be, if they're, they're doing crazy events, like it happens to anyone, it happens to people in UFC fights. They don't fight for a long time. It'll be the same exact thing in this, unless they could heal, and not everyone has healing powers.
I think one of the things too that's kind of surprising, or that I don't know how you feel, but I've had characters that I've created with the purpose of dying that weren't even going to be that cool, and I end up loving them, and then I go, they almost like defy their original purpose. Do you ever have that happen?
So the best example is Banshee. Is like a lot of people told me they love Banshee, and honestly, I wrote it kind of like she did die, but I didn't show a fatality, so it's true. Like she, like they're like, when is she alive? Is she not alive? And a lot of people were asking me that, and I was like, that's giving me something, So now she's back, because it's true. Like it needs to go crazy. But now she's a huge part in what Project Analysis is, So like, there's going to be a lot of characters, that could grow even more with the reception of how everyone's taking it. I could put more focus on stuff. That's why Hybrid got like he's getting a good chunk. And then, of course, everyone likes Omega, and everyone loves Crimson Pain, so he has to come back sooner, So like, they have to see him. They have to get that intro. And technically, Omega has met him before, but he was a human. So there's a lot of built-up anger there, And anger in a fight against someone that's really tactical is not the strongest idea.
Yeah. And it's
you're seeing it right now. That's Omega right now. He's clearly angry. There's going to be a scene like he's clearly, these characters are going to change. This is war. Like it's going to become a big, big war. Like these guys were plotting for the same way they had their Project Analysis. The other team was plotting a different way 4 years before. And now everything's just coming for a clash. Like these two issues are 4 and 5 are definitely like a complete chapter, like a big chapter. Like, wow, this is
okay. Gotcha.
I kind of wrote that for like 2 and 3 too. 2 and 3 was like one chapter, kind of like they fought Vantage. So now they're going to feel the wrath, And then new characters. Like I really want to take that aspect, because it's like of course there's other superheroes, there wasn't only 20 superheroes that Crimson.
Yeah.
So like everyone else went into hiding. These guys, this kid's 18 years old, and this other guy, but you'll find out their origin, like basically raised him, and now they're crime fighters, and then they really make their debut to the news in now, because now is the time to do it. The heroes are back. It's like a mind game, and I'm going to show the same way news does it with us, or podcasts do it with us, like how they perceive things. Because the truth is, like, the last time superheroes were there, 90 million people died. That's not something that people will forget.
Right.
So there's going to be rips and tides, like if I was a human and I saw that, I'd be like, yo, we gotta get rid of these guys like today, so, and vice versa. So
it's always interesting seeing, like, deciding, because it's just kind of a natural thing when you're creating a superhero world, the way people perceive them. And it's really cool. It's almost grafted into your world history. Because like mine, for example, I had a World War III where superhumans did a lot of harm and good. I mean, you have a crazy history. And I guess it just, when you come up with that, it just shapes the way the whole world works,
Yeah, and every event, exactly 90 million people died. They killed your poster boy and girl superheroes. The world reacts from that. With how they react, they made a one rule government, and now they say, like we're safe and everything's like soldiers and shit. It's like it's a different world, and you're perceiving that Crimson Pain is just like doing whatever. No, this guy is smart. He's not the villain like the Riddler, where he's like, no, come get me. No, he's getting you, dude. He's getting you. He's the Predator, super tactical, super advanced. He has super enhanced villains that work for him. Every character, thinks what they're doing is the right thing. And, it's up for people's perception to think who's doing the right thing. And, more events are coming, but every event, it will just rip our world into more what it will turn out to be. Something fucking nuts. Something what I would love to see in a video game. Like, that's another way I thought about it too. Like, that's why I like the customized characters. Like, that's why I put it in there. You know, because
Yeah,
I would love to put like a free roam superhero video game, and it's like you're in this world. You make a character and drop in from where either the beginning is or where I have my ending, because it's like it's just worth it.
There's just
Cool
there's
tiers.
so much.
Which cover did you get?
I usually just get the main cover when I do. Wait on, what did I get? I just got it. I think so. Because this guy was in issue 2, right?
Issue 1, yeah, but issue 1 was 40 pages, so it was a pretty hefty one.
Right.
Oh yeah, but they annihilated him. You saw the fatality. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You see the fatality with that.
Yeah, I think that's why I was almost gonna get this one, but then I'm like, nah, I like the one that has the story. I should have gotten this one though. Is this? Maybe I should have gotten B.
Yeah, so technically B's like the debut of the 2 characters on a cover.
And then does this happen in this issue?
No, it's 0.
All right, then hold on. I might switch. Is there a way I could switch my cover then to B?
I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. It's all we're gonna do. I'll probably drop it too. I'll drop it at the end of the campaign.
Yeah. Can you switch mine to B if it's not B?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, B's cool. It has the characters on ready to roll voltage, and it looks very similar. That's what I'm saying. Like I try to keep that same style.
It does. That's what I like about it, is when I picture project analysis, I have a specific style. I think it's cool when I get covers with different artists, but I always want to make sure that there's like a clear understanding, of like the look.
And red electricity, because the guy has electrical powers, but red electric, I like red electric.
Yeah, I remember when I was designing electricity powers, even though I went with yellow, it was very important that I chose a color.
He couldn't be yellow. Yeah, yellow would be like, everyone would be like, he's static shock, to my guy, so like I don't need that.
Right. No, I mean red lightning looks awesome. Looks awesome.
And then matches his suit, like, and they're more simpler. So I'm saying they don't have armor, like they're just dudes, like dudes with no combat training. Project Analysis has serious combat training.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to grow on their, the way they talk to each other. It's like weird to think in so many different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I'm trying to get better at too. It's like, oh, like what's this person's wants and needs? What's this person's wants and needs?
Yes. Do you ever hit a rut? Sometimes I find I hit a rut and I'm like, all right.
I only focus on the characters that I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I haven't, like I don't want everyone. The one thing I hate about Marvel movies is everyone is now like comedic. Like everyone's comedic relief.
Oh my God, it's so annoying. It's so annoying
so
when like
I'm trying not to have that, and I mean that's why I make sure I read all the books before, because I really want everyone to stay the same. If they curse before, they still curse. If they didn't curse, they're not cursing.
Yeah, right.
Just little things like that. I did it today. Like Omega's supposed to go, "You motherfucker," to him, and then I changed it. I was like, "Nah, you never curse. Like this guy's the general," So I was like, I got rid of it.
Yeah.
Only Thorn curses. A couple of the other guys curse. Like it's just like
consistent
different
voices.
Morals. Even me, I curse a lot. It's just every person's different.
Absolutely.
And they have to have their ticks, but no, it just fleshes out itself. Like I feel like the reason why I was 6 issues is because I didn't have that substance. Now there's substance.
Yeah. There's always so much that goes into making these and writing these, and people need to realize that writing is an art form, just as much as this. But
this was definitely not the real idea of like what it was. I feel like I wrote this in the last year, honestly. This one, yeah.
Sometimes that happens. Yeah,
I filled it in. Like this is something that was like, wow, this is something that's in. Like there was supposed to be a bigger event, but I was like, why wait for that? Like let's give everybody this big thing right now. I can't have I hate the episodes that are like just filler. I hate filler.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I mean, for coming on, and it's been a real blast. Everyone, make sure to back this book. Just $10 to 28 pages. That is a great. There's a great deal. I mean, print quality is always great. It's always. I would always. Quality. Yeah, man. Make sure to get that. They read super fast and they're memorable. So make sure you get these issues. And Paul, where can everyone find you?
So projectanalysis.com, same as the title. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. We always do the Kickstarter, so follow us. And, we're coming out with so much more content this year. So, join us. You're going to get an awesome comic book.
Awesome. And thank you so much for coming on. And I might be having another Vaughn Coleman Presents tomorrow. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to be talking about X-Men on Diabolical Souls channel tonight. But you guys rock. Have a great rest of your day. And peace out. Have a good one. And check out the trailer for Phenomenova on your way out. And maybe even check out the book itself. When the whole world was dragged into World War III, brave men like my father fought on the front lines. And they weren't alone. That was 20 years ago. Now it's up to us to carry on their legacy. And every so often, the earth from which we come gives way for something new. Something greater to be born, and with them, even greater threats to face. Bring it on! Phenomenova. For you, Dad. For you.